Hi guys, welcome to the Week 10 Fantasy Football video. I just want to start by saying that I know that some Batterick news media tends to be unreliable, lets you down, say we're going to put out additions and then don't. You'll never get that from my fantasy football videos. I will put one out on time each week, every week during the season. Let's start with me v Tris. I had expected an easy week, one of it being my Tris bye this week. But without Nuke in my lineup, I'm actually looking like I might struggle a bit this week, I feel. On the other hand, Tris has his own receiver issues. He's lost Sanders and Diggs this week. But I like his pickups in Valder Scantling and Ross. Ross in particular is a real boom or bust play, but I think going against the Saints, that's the ideal time to play someone like that. On the other hand, though, he has gone quite conservative at the QB position without Cousins there. Alex Smith has typically put up 12 to 18 points each week, but he has a very low ceiling. He's, again, if he's worried about this one, you might want to try another boom or bust player, someone like a Mullins or a Bortles, who have a lower floor, but definitely have a much higher ceiling. Smith is also playing behind an O-line, which, has lost 4 of its 5 starters, so he's not going to be looking at that high end of that ceiling really either. I think you and I, Tris, let's see what position I'm in on Monday night. I think I might win this one, but I'm expecting a close barn burner of a game. Let's also watch the Saints-Bengals game. We've got 3 players going in that. That's going to be key to our matchup this week. Next move on to Mo v Ian. Having won week 1, Ian stands a good chance of sweeping Mo and matching his record and then putting someone below him in a renamed shame game, which is quite key at this moment. Mo being a 100 club member as well, he needs another win just to give himself that bit of security and a bit of safety, because I'm not sure you can be a 100 club member and also in a renamed Shane game. That just feels wrong, in many ways. Ian has some nice talent, but he's going to be forced to go without Gronk this week. This message came out, I think, Friday night, but Ian, at the time of recording, hasn't actually seen this. I don't know if he's too busy posting Instagram photos of his tarts or what have you, but he hasn't clearly not checked the injury reports yet. I'm calling this one for Mo. I expect Kelsey, Boyd and Edelman to more than cover for the sad state of Mo's running backs. Plus he's got the 49ers D this week, and they've been on a bit of a tear the last couple of weeks, posting 11 sacks in the 2 games. And when you look at that Giants offensive line, I can't see them slowing down that pass rush very much. Be sure to watch the Pats Tennessee game, as Pats seem to make up about half of Mo's lineup this week. Let's next move on to Phil v Tom. Some great news for Phil. Sonny Michel looks like he's going to finally play, which is great for him, because otherwise he'd be forced to play another, Crow again, and forced to play this top 8 running back. Tom is regretfully playing Olsen. He's probably regretting playing Olsen, who only scored him 4 points on Thursday night, leaving Eric Hebron on the bench, who has been a real fantasy stud of a tight end so far this season. So, mistake on his part there. This could be decided by a kicking battle in my mind. Both Elliot and Greg have, really talented legs, and capable of putting up big points fantasy-wise. If either of them want to go, plus 12, I think that could be enough to win this game for their team. This one's going to be a very close barn burner of a game, but be sure to watch that Rams-Seahawks game, which I'm calling your game of the week. I didn't actually decide this one. I think I'm going to go for Phil. I think Phil in a real tight game. Let's go Stu v Brad. This one's already over, actually, looking at it. Congrats, Stu. Well done on that. Andy v Ryan. Thursday night was more favourable to Andy by the looks of things. 13 points from Cam is unlikely to be enough to match what Mahomes will do for Andy this week. Ryan now needs Cup and Thomas to wrap a huge points differential. The Andy's wide receivers just to remain competitive, but I'm struggling to see that one as being likely. With Gurley and Mahomes also still to play, I can't. Try this again. With Gurley and Mahomes still set to play, I can't see Ryan slowing down the juggernaut that is the more kidney stones than wins So I'm calling this one for Andy. Be sure to watch the Cleveland-Atlanta game just to see the Johnson-Njoku plays and see if they can, perhaps have an influence on this matchup. Guys, thanks for joining me this week. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.